On January 2nd, 2015, adequate notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been furnished by inclusion thereof in the annual schedule of meetings for 2015, which has been posted on the bulletin board at Borough Hall, filed with the Borough Clerk, faxed to the Hour Town, the Record, the Community News, and the County Seat newspapers, and distributed to all persons if any requesting copies the same pursuant to said act. In case of an emergency or fire alarm, you must evacuate the building by using any of the exit doors in the room. They're immediately to my right, and the double doors at the rear of the room. Occupants must exit the building by using the staircase and not the elevator. This meeting is being recorded by both video and audio and may be rebroadcast.
You have the invitation, Deacon John?
Will you all please bow your heads as I pray? Dear wise and loving Father, first let me say thank you on behalf of all who are gathered here this evening. Thank you for your many and abundant blessings. Thank you for life itself, for the measure of health we need to fulfill our callings, for sustenance and for friendship. Thank you for the ability to be involved in useful work and for the honor of bearing appropriate responsibilities. Thanks as well for the freedom to embrace you or the freedom to reject you. Thank you for loving us even so from your boundless and gracious nature. In the Scriptures, you have said that citizens ought to obey the governing authorities, since you have established those very authorities to promote peace and order and justice. Therefore, I pray for our mayor, for the various levels of our borough's officials, and in particular for this council. I am asking that you would graciously grant them wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests and issues of our times, a sense of the welfare and true needs of our people, a keen thirst for justice and rightness, confidence in what is good and fitting, the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement, personal peace in their lives, and joy in their tasks. I pray for the agenda set before them this evening. Please give an assurance of what would please you and would benefit those who live and work in and around our beloved community of Maywood. It is in your most blessed name I pray. Amen.
Please remain standing for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Cabret.
Here.
Council members DeGear.
Here.
Eisenberg.
Here.
Nesser.
Here.
Lindenau.
Here.
Maroney is absent. Borough Attorney Ronald Dario.
Here.
Borough Administrator Roberta Stern.
Here.
Borough Clerk Dean Flager is here.
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to suspend the regular order of business for the purpose of filling a vacant council seat.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay, as you know, when I stepped down from the council to the seat of mayor, there was a vacancy, and the Republican County Committee of Maywood has 15 days to submit 3 names to the council, and they have done so. And those 3 names are Mike Trevino, Roger Ludwig, and Ron Gildat. Is there a motion?
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Mayor, to nominate Mike Trevino to fill your vacant council seat.
Roll call?
DeGear.
Yes.
Eisenberg.
Yes.
Nesser.
Yes.
Lindenau.
Yes.
So carries.
Okay. Will the clerk do the honors of swearing Mr. Trevino in? Yes.
Family. I, do solemnly swear that support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that you will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of councilman of the Borough of Maywood, according to the best of your ability.
Hey, do you want to do a picture real fast?
Sure.
With the whole crew? Everybody, you guys come on down. Just bring it out of the way.
You gotta get moved. Yeah, you gotta start.
You have your section 72 speech ready?
Wait, okay.
I'll do mine.
Did you take one, Mike, and do it then?
You have
You
it.
got it.
He's got it. He did it already. See that?
Bear with us, folks. All right, is there a motion to go back to the regular order of business?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, any items on or off the agenda? None? Okay. Proclamations? Next we have the Read Across America proclamation. And I have it talked up in my mouth, so I'm sorry if I screwed that up a bit. Let's see. Whereas the citizens of the Borough of Maywood stand firmly committed to promoting reading as a catalyst for our students' future academic success, their preparation for America's jobs of the future, and their ability to compete in a global economy, and whereas the Borough of Maywood has provided significant leadership in the area of community involvement in the education of our youth, grounded in the principle that educational investment is the key to the community's well-being and long-term quality of life. And whereas NEA's Read Across America, a national celebration of reading, will be conducted on March 2nd, 2015, the day on what would have been the 111th birthday of Theodore Seuss Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss. And whereas Read Across America NJ is being conducted statewide by the New Jersey Education Association in partnership with the New Jersey State League of Municipalities, the New Jersey Library Association, and their local affiliates across the state to promote reading and adult involvement in the education of our community's students. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Mayor and Council calls on the citizens of the Borough of Maywood to ensure that every child is in a safe place reading together with a caring adult on March 2nd, 2015. And be it further resolved that this body enthusiastically endorses NEA's Read Across America and Read Across America NJ and recommits our community to engage in programs and activities to make America's children the best readers in the world. I believe we have one more proclamation. city up here. Everybody's sitting. Okay. Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas Greg A. Padavano served the Borough of Maywood as mayor from January 1st, 2012 through February 6, 2015. And whereas his early resignation came at the confirmation of his appointment as a Superior Court judge for Bergen County. And whereas prior to being elected mayor, Greg A. Padavano served many years as the planning board attorney and was a member of the Maywood Historical Advisory Committee. And whereas, through the vision and leadership of Mayor Greg A. Padavano, the Borough of Maywood was fortunate to experience enhanced, fun-filled events such as the July 4th Parade, which featured additional bands and entertainment, the spectacular annual fireworks night, the all-new Fall Festival, and the ever-memorable holiday season event held on West Pleasant Avenue, which included lighting of the Christmas tree, caroling, horse-drawn carriage rides, showing of the movie A Charlie Brown Christmas, welcoming of Santa, and there were even chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Now, therefore, I, Adrian J. Febre, Mayor of the Borough of Maywood, County of Bergen, and the State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim that the fenced-in area of the island located on West Pleasant Avenue between Lincoln Avenue and Spring Valley Road be dedicated and named Padavano Christmas Tree Island, so that the residents of Maywood and its visitors may enjoy the Christmas tree and all the holiday events that take place on the island throughout the years to come.
And the
I am about to. We do have the former First Lady of Maywood with us, and now, Madam Judge Padavano, would you please come down and accept the proclamation on behalf of the First Lady of Witness Protection, who can no longer be here. One more, please. Okay. Open the meeting to the public. Are there any members of the public that wish to speak? Seeing none, close the meeting to the public. Public hearing on pending ordinances, adoption of ordinances, we have none. Approval of minutes. Does anyone like to move the approval of the December 23rd, 2014 minutes?
So moved.
Excuse me, sir.
Second.
Okay. And the January 2nd reorganization meeting minutes and the January 13th council meeting minutes. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I have to abstain from the December
Oh, I'm
meeting.
sorry. We'll do it that way. Councilman DeHare.
Yes, I abstain from December 23rd and yes to the 2 January meetings.
Thank you. Councilman Eisenberg.
Yes.
Councilman Messer.
Yes to all.
Councilman Lindenau.
Yes.
Council President Maloney is absent.
Councilman Juvina.
Oh, yeah. Councilman Juvina.
Abstain from all meetings.
We gotta get him on the list right now. Maybe he should go first. Oh, he wants to listen, okay? Okay. All right, presentation of bills and claims. Motion. Any request for public comment? Is there a motion for the approval?
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Trevino.
Yes.
Councilman DeHare.
Yes.
Councilman Eisenberg.
Yes.
Councilman Messer.
Yes.
Councilman Lindenau.
Yes.
Council President Maloney is absent. Correspondence and report of Borough Clerk.
I do not have any this evening.
Okay. Report of Administrator.
No report this evening, Mayor.
All right. Report of Borough Attorney.
Mr. Mayor, I have a brief closed session item to discuss.
Committee reports. I'm assuming that Councilman Trevino, you do not have one, since you do not have a committee yet, so we'll go right to Councilman DeHare.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Briefly, I was in conversation with Mr. Cuccio, CFO, today, and he informed me that all the financial statements have been completed for 2014, and as a result, we have just slightly over a $2 million surplus. So that's quite a testament to those who are in charge of the care and stewardship of the money that's been given to us. So it's very good news. From the Borough Building Department, a number of notices have been sent out to Borough residents to please clean up after the storms in accordance with the ordinance, the 24 hours cleanup after the storms ended. And we're also looking into possibly mentioning it to some of the stores down on Pleasant Avenue. It's difficult for people pulling in, parking their car on West Pleasant, and not being able to get over the hump of snow to get into the respective stores without walking in the street. So Councilman Linda and I spoke about this, and I spoke to Mr. Major about it. So we're going to look into making sure that doesn't happen in the future. Just keep safety for the, especially the seniors, getting out of their car and walking in the street. And also, just remind everybody, there's a planning board meeting this Thursday evening. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councilman Eisenberg.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Initially, I was going to say that I had no report for this evening, but Councilman DeHere asked me about these tax sale certificates, and we discussed it a little bit further with the borough clerk, and I thought I might just take a minute to explain to the public what a tax sale certificate is and how it works. When somebody doesn't pay their taxes, after it's a year delinquent, we put them up for tax sale, and there are investors that bid on these back taxes. It's a very healthy return. The bidding goes up, starts at 1%, goes up to 18%, and then beyond that, they can bid a premium. So in the case of one of these, the investor got 18% and a $30,000 premium on what was $9,000 and change in debt. By the time the 18% interest was added to that and the $30,000 premium, it was over $40,000 that he got on a $9,800 investment. So I guess the moral of the story is pay your taxes, because it's pretty harsh if you fall behind and you got to catch up. That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eisenberg. Councilman Mensah.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As you may have heard in the news, yesterday the Maywood Police Department received a radio alert from Lodi about a bank robbery on Hudson City Bank on Essex Street. All available patrol and detectives were dispatched to the area to assist Lodi. And about 18 minutes after arriving, Sergeant Moran observed a male matching the description of the actor in the area of the Dunkin' Donuts on Essex Street. He was with another party who had started to walk west on Essex Street towards Maywood Drive, where the two parties split up. Sergeant Moran followed the one actor down Maywood Drive to a waiting vehicle where he was assisted by Police Officer Tuchek. They interviewed the party, who was very cooperative, and they were able to recover the alleged weapon used in the robbery and the proceeds from the robbery. The other actor was taken into custody briefly, but it turned out not to be involved in the incident, and this person was turned over to the Lodi, the original person was turned over to the Lodi PD. Coincidentally, this person is also a person of interest in a stick-up in Toms River back earlier in February, so kudos to the Maywood Police Department, especially Sergeant Moran and Officer Tuchek for their excellent work yesterday on the job. From the Recreation Department, a couple of quick announcements. The flower show unfortunately had to be canceled due to lack of participation, the trip to the flower show. But the Maywood Recreation Department is happy to announce that they are sponsoring a chair yoga event at the Maywood Library on Mondays from 1 to 2:30. And this event, as long as the library is open, this event will occur, and this event is free to the public. And just to conclude my report, I have to give a shout out to our Recreation Director, Lisa Shealy, for stepping up on Sunday. We had a girls' recreational basketball game scheduled to play in Washington Township, and all the coaches seem to have vanished due to work or other illness, and we were very close to canceling the game, and the only coach that was going to be in the building, who was certified to be a coach, was our recreation director, Lisa Shealy. So I placed a quick phone call to her asking her if she wouldn't mind coaching the team, and she claimed that she didn't know anything about basketball, and I said, look, that never stopped any of us, so if you could help out, that would be great, and she did. The girls played a great game. They didn't win, but it was a good time had by all, so I want to just thank her for stepping up to the plate, so to speak. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, so you finished with your shout-outs?
For now.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Messer. Councilman Lindenau.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Snow removal continues to go well this year. We're a little low on salt, but it has not been a major problem. Roy's been hitting all the hot spots and trouble areas, preserving the salt, but I don't think there's been any real issues going that way. We have been getting some salt delivered, it's just not as much as we'd like, quickly. Also, over the last 2 months, we have added 2 very qualified supervisors who are doing very well and getting things in real good shape down there. And on tonight's agenda, we are going to be appointing another qualified person and putting us in a very good position going forward. That's all I have tonight, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Lindenau. Just real briefly, we're going to have to redo our bylaws since we have a new individual here. So we'll have to figure out some of the council liaisons. And we might have to have 1 or 2 new ones in there as well, so you can get out that, Mr. Attorney.
Yep.
Thank you. I too want to thank officers Tuchek and Kenny for their hard work. I know when Greg was up here, he was one of the police department's biggest cheerleaders, and it's on me to pick up that mantle. And I will tell you that we have, I would say, the best police department in Bergen County, and perhaps even in the state. These guys are unbelievable, the work they do. Tonight I'm going to be putting together several ad hoc committees. They will meet over the next few weeks for the purpose of reviewing the borough's current ordinances, looking for any outdated or unnecessary things that are in there, and bring their recommendations back to the council. That committee I'm going to staff with Councilman Eisenberg and Councilman Messar, and it will be codenamed Hurdy-Gurdy. You guys go for it. The next committee I will be putting together will be a budget committee for the purpose of meeting with the heads of all the heads of the departments and to get some input on this year's budget. That committee will consist of Councilman DeHare and Council President Maroney. And the final committee I will be putting together is one that is going to review the purchases for the DPW. We're going to be doing a bond very shortly to purchase some equipment some badly needed equipment for the DPW. And I'm going to put Councilman Lindenau and Councilman Trevino, you're going to jump in on that one as well. And I will be able to come to some of these committees as well. And when the committees are done, please bring your recommendations back to the mayor and council. And finally, I just want to say that thanks to Assemblyman Lagana, our Assemblyman in District 38, there is a fire hydrant snow removal bill heading to the desk of Governor Christie. And I just want to say that it's gratifying to know that we are a step ahead of the curve. We put this together last year, if you remember. So hopefully that passes, and that will be in effect. That law will be in effect in New Jersey. That is all I have.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Can you spell hurdy-gurdy, please?
You know what? It's probably H-U-R-D. Councilman Eisenberg, do you have that one?
It is with a U.
I believe it's H-U-R-D-Y, G-U-R-D-Y, but you can just search the E-codes, it's right in there.
Gotcha. Well, that should be probably the first recommendation you have to move that way, I would imagine. Resignations. Acceptance of the following. Okay. I'm sorry? Gotcha. Resignation of Lynn Marie Gargagliano as part-time administrative assistant effective February 13th, 2015. Number 2, resignation of Jennifer Fabre as a member of the Green Team effective February 13th, 2015. Resignation of Teresa Reiner from Maywood Board of Health effective February 23rd, 2015. Is there a motion
Motion to accept.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trevino.
Yes.
DeHier.
Yes.
Eisenberg.
Yes.
Nessa.
Yes.
Lindenau.
Yes.
Appointments. Number 1, we have Joseph Del Rio Carrasco as a probationary member of the Maywood Fire Department, assigned to Undyne Hose Company effective February 24, 2015. Anthony Avon is a full member of the Maywood First Aid Squad effective February 24, 2015. Carly Figlia as a youth squad member of the Maywood First Aid Squad effective February 24, 2015. Tara Gunster as an administrative assistant effective March 2, 2015 at an annual salary of $37,000. Franco Vaglio as an employee for the Department of Public Works effective March 9, 2015 at an annual salary of $45,000. And Deborah Taylor as a member of the Maywood Board of Health effective February 24, 2015. Is there a motion for the
Mayor,
appointments?
excuse me, I think it's 45.5.
What did I say? I'm sorry.
You said 45,000.
I'm sorry, $45,500. Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Trevino.
Yes.
DeHier.
Yes.
Eisenberg.
Yes.
Nessa.
Yes.
Lindenau.
Yes.
Council approval of the following. For Maywood Police Department, permission to host the annual National Night Out event on Tuesday, August 24, 2015 in Memorial Park from 6 o'clock to 10 p.m. And from MH5K Committee, that is the Maywood Hawks 5K Committee, request to hold the 4th annual Maywood Hawks 5K race on Sunday, October 4, 2015 with a start time of 9 a.m. Is there a motion for the approval? Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trevino.
Yes.
DeHier.
Yes.
Eisenberg.
Yes.
Nessa.
Yes.
Lindenau.
Yes.
Resolutions by title.
Resolution 4915, resolution authorizing the cancellation of small balances. Resolution 5015, resolution authorizing the redemption of a tax sale certificate for Block 41, Lot 4. Resolution 5115, resolution authorizing the redemption of a tax sale certificate for Block 96, Lot 6. Resolution 5215, municipal alliance grant acceptance.
Is there a motion for the adoption?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call.
Trevino.
I'll abstain from that.
DeHier.
Yes.
Eisenberg.
Yes.
Nessa.
Yes.
Lindenau.
Yes.
On introduction of ordinance, there are none. Is there any new business? Any old business? Any miscellaneous business? All right, I guess we have closed session.
We do.
All right. For the purpose of?
Personnel.
Personnel. Wow.
Is there a motion to go to close?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trevino.
Yes.
DeHier.
Yes.
Eisenberg.
Yes.
Nessa.
Yes.
Lindenau.
Yes.
Be resolved, Mayor and Council of Borough of Maywood pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act, the Mayor and Council meet in closed session to discuss the following subject matters: personnel. Be further resolved as precisely determined at this time, the discussion conducted in said closed session can be disclosed to the public upon taking final action thereon, provided disclosure shall not violate the attorney-client privilege or constitute undue invasion of privacy. Be further resolved, the Mayor and Council of Borough of Maywood do not envision they will return to open session after this meeting, but reserve the right to do so.
Thank you. All right.
Do a motion to adjourn? Did we do a motion to adjourn?
I was a motion to go to close.
Okay.